Smurfs of Blue and Dabba Dee Dabba died at the box office. Shut up! Kevin Feige spoke. John gets Malco ditched by the MCU. Is Mortal Kombat 2 allowed to be that fun? A movie draft update that you're going to want to have. You're going to want to and have to stick around for. Really good writing by Goo. All that and more this week on News Dub.
I think those are pretty good headlines. I think you just kind of messed it up.
You're going to want to and have to stick around for.
Yeah,
that could have been
English.
better worded.
Well, you know what? How about you do it next time then? Mac, I saw on social media that you're into ripping packs now?
Yeah, I've been into ripping packs for months now, Goo.
Is that the first time that you posted it? Or?
Yeah. First time I posted it.
Okay, so how else? How would I
medias.
know that then? I'm not sneaking around your house in the air ducts looking at you fucking ripping packs.
I have a group text. Chris Shime's a part of it, as well as 3 or 4 of the friends. And a big part of the group text is like letting people know when the drops are coming, because it's impossible to get Pokemon cards at MSRP these days. You're paying secondary market prices. So it's friends helping out friends, that sort of stuff. And we also, when we're opening like new packs, we'll record and send it to them because we like watching that shit.
Yeah.
So I posted this one because it was the new set, Scarlet and Violet Black Bolt, and I pulled the top Chase variant card from it that is worth raw $500, Goo.
Should we first up be mentioning that you're ripping Pokemon packs? That's number one.
Cards,
I don't think you made that known.
No. So these, I loved Pokemon when I was a kid. Loved Pokemon cards, and I've had a friend over the years that has still been collecting stuff, and so he's kind of been the driving force getting me back into it. So now there's 5 or 6 of us that are back into it, and so it's addicting. I stopped collecting Funko Pops because I ran out of space to display them. So now I guess we're on to Pokemon cards, and I got a nice little setup over in the corner here. It's a nice little pack rip area.
Oh, nice.
So I'm not like fully in. I'm not going nuts, but I am trying to get my hands on stuff here and there, and
okay,
it's enjoyable.
Well, send me the boxes that you like or the packs that you like, because I'm in Target more than anyone else in the world at very early hours. I see the vendors in there unpacking the boxes and shit. So
yeah. So Target, at least the Watertown one, finally put a limit of 2 per item, but they
every
didn't have
Target says that. Every Target says that, and what I do is I'm like, I have 5 kids at home. I'm buying 2 packs for each kid.
The Watertown Target didn't have a limit on stuff for months and months, but now because the secondary market is so crazy, they're trying to curtail that. So it's a hobby I have right now. I'm enjoying it, and it's bringing me back to my card ripping days. I've gone into a couple local card shops now over the last few months, and really brings back good
you
memories.
have a good one down the street, don't you?
Yeah, it used to be better.
I used to go in there all the time. I used to love that place.
Baseball, etc. in the lake in Newton. It's just full of stuff. They don't do a good job like displaying stuff. Like the display case isn't great, but they have a shit ton of stuff in there.
You asked me what I did over the weekend?
Goo.
Yeah.
What did you and your family do over the weekend?
It was my son's 5th birthday. I made
Happy
a lot
birthday,
of
Raffy.
pizza pie for the family. It was actually nice. So it was my son's birthday. I had some friends come over. Thank you for coming. And they brought their kids. And by the time I was done making the pizza, it was an hour after the start time, and all 3 of my friends left. So I had no one to socialize with.
Yeah, and it was quite a warm day out, so kids kind of hit their limit. I get that.
Also, there's a pool, there's a big water slide, there's a playground.
Yeah. Your parents' yard is very conducive to children birthday parties. You can get very moist there. You can have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's the Antonellis are very good hosts, that's for sure. And not for nothing, Dana's family is also very good hosts.
So my son, for one of his birthday gifts, I was thrilled. He got the Playmates Technodrome, the Ninja Turtles Technodrome, Krang's Lair, if you will. It's a remake of the 1988-89 toy that came out. And I'm like, okay, let's build this up. Let's play. All right, Raph? You know how many stickers was in this motherfucker?
I believe you said 47.
Roughly 47. I might be a little overshooting, maybe 45-ish, but it took me 3 hours to put all the stickers on this thing.
Sticker place. I'll tell you, I haven't gotten it. Maybe because I've gotten into Pokemon cards, I haven't dove into Legos. But one of the most frustrating things in years past and as a child.
Hate it.
Was trying to put stickers on Legos.
Well, just toys in general, because you know that this, is going to have a shelf life in your house for a certain amount of time. You want it to look nice.
Sure, no doubt.
You don't want to put a bad
sticker
sticker.
It.
You don't want to crinkle it on there. You don't want to do anything like that. So you take your time.
It's a one and done.
It's a
once
one
it's
and done.
on there and you try to pull it off, you're fucked.
Well, what I do though, I do a soft push at first. Make sure that it's on there. If I don't like it, I can easily peel it off and do it again.
You rub the sticker around.
Yeah,
a little bit. You tap it
a little bit. Tap it.
Put it on.
You lick it a little bit. Use your finger. And I've said this on the podcast a couple times now. The hardest part of being a parent is putting stickers on your children's toys.
You have mentioned this before.
Yes, that really did push me over the weekend.
I agree. Goo, yeah. I just would like to bring to the forefront here, you seem to be a ball cap guy these days.
Yeah, I have shorter hair now, so...
Early 20s, Goo,
plays into it.
Huge ball cap guy. Kind of went away, and now you're bringing it back. You're in your quarter-life crisis.
For roughly 20 years, and I'm wearing a ball cap now.
How about that?
I think it suits my face, my head. I think my head size went up a little bit, actually.
Mine
Is that
did.
A thing?
I was 7 3/8 for a while. Now I'm borderline 7.5.
It's all the HGH you take.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I am curious. When are we supposed to start taking tea? I see all this advertising for tea.
You talking about low tea, or you talking about warm tea at night?
Well, both, I guess.
You'll have to ask your physician. That's Francisco.
I've always thought a great radio bit, and we can do it on the podcast, is we see who has the higher T.
Oh, I just got my levels 2 months ago.
Okay, so I guess I have to do it too.
I hadn't had a doctor's appointment. Peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
I hadn't had a doctor's appointment in years and years. So I got
Same.
everything tested. I asked it for all the blood tests.
Yep.
And my T was smack dab in the middle of the normal range.
Because then whoever has the most T is the captain now, right?
I agree. Yeah.
Okay, so
when's your
next time that I go to the
physical?
doctors, I haven't been in 12 years. I should probably go soon.
So this was my first one in 12 or 13 years.
Yeah.
So that's why I had the whole gauntlet tested.
25. So 11 years. Yeah, I haven't been in a very long time. I should go.
You should.
I just recently started going back to the dentist. My teeth look great now.
Yeah, I got to make a dentist appointment. I haven't been in a couple years. I was doing well for a few years, but now I haven't been in a couple years again.
News up. Now that you have our medical history, Mac, over at the box office, Superman soared to a week 2 victory, just under $60 million domestic, down 54% in week 2, but that is a normal percentage to go down.
It's a better drop than most recent comic book movies, and it's better than Man of Steel as well. Man of Steel had a 65 or 68% drop.
It is now over 400 million worldwide. We'll have more Superman news as the news dump goes along. Jurassic World Rebirth still staying afloat, down 42% in its third week to $23.5 million. It is at 647 worldwide total. Mac loved that movie.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
It is critic-proof. It is idiot-proof. It is anyone that wants to say anything bad, it doesn't matter.
I guess so.
The franchise is going to live forever. It's going to live longer than actual dinosaurs.
No matter what you put on screen, it's going to make money, apparently.
How long were dinosaurs on the Earth?
Oh, 200 million years, I think.
This franchise will outlive the dinosaurs. It does make me question because there was, 10, 12 years between Jurassic Park 3 and Jurassic World? What were they doing? They were just passing on money?
Jurassic Park 3 was 99 or 01?
Somewhere around there. That's why I'm saying, was it 10 to a dozen years?
And
it was the same
World
amount of time between our physicals. Yeah, it's it's like they had insurance and they were able to go for Jurassic Park 3. Then they ran out of their parents' insurance. So they had to wait a long time until they had their own money.
So that's why you haven't been since you were 25, because that was the last year you were on your parents' insurance.
Yeah, and I have to find a new... Can you send me what your doctor's name is? Don't say it on the air, but text me. I ask everyone for their doctor's name, and no one sends me any information.
Yeah, it's right in Pleasant Street on Watertown.
Mac, also at the box office, making a return is I Know What You Did Last Summer. Not the one from 1997, but this one is from 2025. Same synopsis, same cast. $13 million week one. It actually is at $25 million worldwide. I was really surprised by that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so basically made the same internationally as it did domestically. A little bit of a disappointment on both ends, I'm sure. I just need that to get to 25 domestic so it can get me 10 points in the movie draft.
Also, I am so disappointed in myself. I saw on one of the 15 Simpsons memes accounts that I follow throughout social media, someone put a joke out there that was right under our nose. It was our exact style, and it was Milhouse. Of course, on The Simpsons, there's a famous joke where Milhouse buys Pogs, Alf Pogs, and he tells Bart that Alf is back in Pog form. In this meme that we saw, it was him holding up Jennifer Love Hewitt. And he said, Jennifer Love Hewitt is back in Pog form. But he spelt it P-A-W-G. We're not going to say what that means here. Give it a
don't mind
googs.
telling the folks what it means.
Go right ahead, Mac.
It stands for fat ass white girls and may or may not be a genre on adult websites. And Jennifer Love Hewitt is in her Pog days. You know, she's fully evolved into her Pog form. I'm here for it. I think most folks are here for it. If you liked Jennifer Love Hewitt in the first place, you liked her for her curves, and now they're just further accentuated. So she's now in her Charizard form, and we're all here for it.
But I don't know how I did not think of that joke.
Yeah, that's on you. I never would have come up with it, but that's on you. That is your exact style. And for a while, your Twitter handle was @GooPogs.
Yeah, it was the photo of Milhouse holding up the Pogs.
But in goo form.
But in goo form. All right, Smurfs. That's right. You guys want to make a lazy movie? Take your box office garbage and go home. Fourth in the box office, 11 domestic, 33 million worldwide. You didn't even think of a story to tell in this. Well, I don't know what the Smurfs do, and after seeing this movie, I'm even more confused. Plus, you did the old bait and switch. You deserve this. You did not tell us that James Corden was the star of this movie. I had to sit through it, listening to James Corden vomit all over me.
You almost got to a John Lovitz octave during that little rant there.
It stinks.
It's not great.
No.
That it made less money than a 30-year requel. So that tells you everything you need to know about the Smurfs movie.
Clearly, this was a movie that they were trying to sneak into theaters, say that it got a theatric release, and then just put onto a streaming service and lull parents into just letting their kids watch.
I mean, it probably will be a popular streaming movie, but that's not going to help this movie make money.
F1, almost 10 million domestic in this weekend, down 26% in week 4, 460 worldwide. And finally, at the box office, Lilo and Stitch has crossed $1 billion.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
News down. Over on the TV side, we saw Emmy nominations. And not to get too deep into this, lots of award nominations for Severance. Lots of award nominations for The Studio. And I mean, I didn't sit through the entire season. I think I got what I needed out of that one episode.
The Studio stuff is mind-numbingly annoying because every single person that was in that show got nominated. Every single fucking person.
Have you seen any of it yet?
No, and I honestly probably will watch it at some point, but this turns me off to it. When you're over-nominating like this, you're turning me off to the product.
Yeah. Well, speaking of over-nominating, I think every Best Supporting Actress is on White Lotus.
It's the same thing. Same idea.
Rogue One got a lot of love here, and The Penguin as well.
Rogue One?
Not Rogue One. The other one, Andor. It's the same thing.
I thought Andor got, no nominations.
I thought Andor was nominated for Best Dramatic Series.
Oh, but the actors didn't get nominated is what I was
The actors did not get the love, but the show did. It's a Star Wars show, Matt.
Okay.
You know that?
Yeah, sure.
So, another award show. None of them matter until we give out awards.
Yep, amen.
News down. Kevin Feige doing some media.
Feige Says.
Yeah, he's doing some media tour stuff. I forgot that you created that dumb segment a while ago. But Feige is saying a lot of things. First off, via @Comic Book, he has confirmed that Jake Schreier will be directing X-Men.
How do we know him? What
he is
he
from
do?
Thunderbolts.
Oh, good thing then. like that in.
Yes. I believe a script or a first draft of a script is also in. Let's see here. Kevin Feige has indicated that iconic Marvel characters like Iron Man and Captain America will eventually be recast, saying, they're searching for a new James Bond right now. David Corenswet's the new Superman. He was awesome. That will always be the case. This is via Variety.
Yeah, I agree. And just like in the comics, there's always different iterations of characters in a new decade and a new run. So it is a very comic book thing for not necessarily recasting, but the character to change a little bit,
Kevin Feige said that the Fantastic Four is a no.
That's how Feige says.
Please don't.
Kevin
please
Feige
don't do this.
Says,
please don't do that
say?
To me. Please stop it. Fantastic Four is a no homework required go to see the movie. No homework required to go and see the.
Sounds like
they didn't put enough words in here. They didn't put enough words. Shut up. It is literally not connected to anything made before it kicks off Phase 6.
Yeah, I think our connection's going to come in the post-credit, right? It'll be a universe in which only the Fantastic Four really are heroes, a world where they're really just they're existing. And I think this movie is going to be revolved around Reed Richards discovering the multiverse, working on that, and then Galactus, having the foresight, whatever power he has, to know that the Richards baby is like the most powerful thing ever. So I think we'll see, and we saw in the post-credit of Thunderbolts, the Fantastic Four ship coming into the atmosphere of 616. So I think he's not lying here. This is a movie you can go into without no knowledge.
I forgot to put this in here. I meant to, because this is a pretty good note, is that Feige is also looking to close off.
Say?
Please fucking stop. He is looking to close off the whole multiverse thing and have one timeline.
Yeah, I think the fucking Battle World thing or whatever the shit they're building towards with the next Avengers movie is going to do that. That's what I think that'll accomplish.
Feige said,
what did he say?
That Spider-Man, the next movie will be a street level Spider-Man.
Good. I think we all want this. I think
Yes.
Spidey deserves it, and I think it makes the most sense since he'll have a lower profile based on coming out of the last shit. And I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun to have a street level Spider-Man movie.
He also confirmed that the Punisher will be in there, but we already pretty much knew that.
Love that for us.
He also said,
what did he say?
That it is now in the realm of the possibility that Spider-Man and the Human Torch could team up eventually in the MCU. They have a good relationship in the comics. Now they're both there.
Yeah, they're both quippy, too, so I think it works
Yeah.
as like sort of a buddy cop combo. We'll see how Joseph Quinn's Human Torch will line up with Tom Holland's Spider-Man this week, but I'm okay with this, Why not?
Spider-Man : quips and thwips. Kevin Feige said,
what did he say?
that he is actively talking to Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman about returning as Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, that movie made a shit ton of money. They both have become synonymous with the character. We kind of had a feeling this would happen. The Wolverine stuff, they are building an X-Men movie. I don't know if I necessarily want them to hitch their wagon to him in an X-Men movie, but if he pops up in the next Avengers movie, I'm cool with that. I think there's still plenty of runway for Ryan Reynolds to play Deadpool, though.
Via Deadline, Kevin Feige said about shifting from Kang to Doctor Doom. Even before all the stuff that happened with Majors, they were starting to realize that Kang was not Thanos.
So I have a hard time with this because we just talked about it last week while reviewing Ironheart and what that finale brought. The season 1 finale of Loki and the 20 or so minutes we spent with He Who Remains was fucking great. And he wasn't Thanos, but he was a different version of a villain that we find ourselves sometimes rooting for because he was cool. And a lot of what he was saying made sense. And so maybe it is hard to build a whole saga around a guy that's not maybe as, sure, idealistic as Thanos. But I wanted to see where that was going to lead, and then obviously we saw the Quantumania post-credit where we had a billion kings coming together. So even though there might be some truth to this, they were still building towards that, and maybe they were still going to swerve. I don't know. It did always feel like ultimately Kang was going to be like the number 2 villain in a big saga. But I did like most of what they were building towards there.
Because he was claiming that they were starting to talk to Robert Downey Jr. before Ant-Man 3 came out. But I feel like it was a mix of they were starting to see the writing on the wall. Ant-Man Quantumania did not quite hit the way that they wanted to. And then the off-screen stuff started to happen. They're like, this is the perfect storm, and we don't really want to do it anyways.
No, you're right, and they were right to make a shift. But after watching season 2 of Loki, you also really like Victor Timely, and you like that character and the different iterations. And so Kang was a really interesting character to have in the mix. I get why they swerved from him as the main villain, but I really liked having Jonathan Majors as Kang / Victor Timely.
Kevin Feige says...
What did he say?
That Blade is still happening. It'll be a modern-day adaptation.
What was it, 2021 or 2022 when we got The Uncrustables, whatever the name of that movie is?
Oh, I thought you meant the fucking peanut butter and jellies.
And Blade was in the post-credit scene, or just his voice, Mahershala Ali.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still looking forward to Mahershala Ali as Blade. I don't know if he is anymore.
He was announced 6 years ago.
Wow, pre-COVID. We had a Blade announcement pre-COVID. Look how far we've come.
Kevin Feige says, and this is the final one.
What did he say?
That they are not allowed to bring Miles Morales into the MCU yet. He was told they need to stay away.
Yet is the word there, the operable word. That makes sense. Part of me thinks the Spider-Verse bump-offs have been intentional so that they can hold on to Miles Morales a little bit longer and Spider-Man stuff a little bit longer.
I think those movies just take a long time to make.
No, it was supposed to come out 1 year, and they were making them at the same time. This was a real Matrix Reloaded Revolution situation, and now it's going to be 3 years later. 4 years later? I don't fucking know. I am intrigued as to how they'll work Miles Morales into the MCU, and especially because it's probably 3, 4, 5 years away.
News dump. Not quite what Feige says, but in the MCU, John Malkovich has been cut from the Fantastic Four. His character, Red Ghost, was supposed to be in the start of the film, possibly an opening sequence or something. But director Matt Shakman said there was a lot of stuff to balance in this movie, and some had to go.
Yeah, we saw some stills and some set photos of him as Red Ghost a while ago. And we love John Malkovich, but we also love people editing and saying no to things.
Yeah,
so this is
realizing that they made
made
a mistake, but they need to trim things down.
Streamlining stuff, yeah.
News dump. All right, you brought this up. Spider-Verse will now be delayed until June 25th, 2027. The reasons for the delay: better IMAX window, and kids will be out of school.
Okay, so both of these things are lies. This was set to come out in 2024, I believe.
What year is it now?
This is 2025.
That's debatable.
We're going to have 4 years between the second and third movies. I think we had 5 years or 4 years between the first and second movie. And that was fine because they weren't sure it was going to be as big of a success as it was. They were making this movie concurrently with the second movie. And when you watch the second movie, that's very clear, very intentional, because the second movie has a fantastic ending, but a cliffhanger ending leading into this movie. So I'm actually starting to get really fucking irritated because that, in my mind, is the best animated movie I've ever seen. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is the best animated movie I've ever seen. And I think Beyond the Spider-Verse was setting up to be just as good, just as the first one was pretty much on par with the best animated movie I've ever seen. So making me wait 4 years is fucking frustrating. I'm sure it'll be worth the wait. I'm sure it will be. But waiting 4 years fucking blows. Waiting 4 years is insane when Star Wars in the 70s and 80s, you only had to wait 3 years. So waiting 4 years for a sequel is... Goo, put it on the fucking DVD quote. Unacceptable, says Mac of Mac and Goo.
So when the movie is out and on DVD,
Yep.
it doesn't matter how good it is. It's just going to say unacceptable with no other
The time
notes
between
to
the
it.
two movies was unacceptable.
No, see, no. So now you're adding things. You can't now add time between
I
two
get
movies
a full
unacceptable.
sentence. I get a full sentence.
I don't know if you do. I feel like I could get you on Rotten Tomatoes if you wanted to write down your thoughts. And then we can get blurbs.
Look into it.
Because I saw one fella who was bragging that he wrote a Superman review on Rotten Tomatoes, but he's like, I haven't written one in 4 years, but I did it. It's like, well, you shouldn't be writing them then.
Yeah,
if,
it should
if
be
you're
like,
not going to do it for every movie to be thrown out.
The
Get outta
Baseball
here.
Hall of Fame's getting better at this, but you still have a Hall of Fame vote when you're not a writer for like 10 years for the Baseball Hall.
Yeah.
They gotta get the old out in with the new. Same thing for movie reviewers.
But also, like, if you aren't reviewing, I'm not going to say go every
And
week,
that fucking
but, like,
guy probably got a Disney screening and we didn't.
Let's not talk about that. But if you aren't, watching everything and writing things down or talking about stuff, you're kind of out of the loop.
I agree. I agree.
You shouldn't be a reviewer.
Your opinion is valueless. Is that the word?
Mac's opinion matters
valuable.
more. Mac matters more. That's what I'm saying.
MMM.
I was
Write
going
it
to
down.
ask you about Spider-Verse because this goes along with some other movies that we have given 40 hot dogs to. We gave the second movie in the Spider-Verse franchise here 40 hot dogs. Is it a curse to get 40 hot dogs? Because we also did it for the Batman and Everything Everywhere All at Once. We haven't seen a sequel to that yet either.
I gave the Batman 39 hot dogs.
I gave it 40.
So maybe it's a goo thing. Everything Everywhere at Once, I also might have given 39.
I think I gave it 40.
Yeah. It might be a goo curse. That's what we're stumbling upon here.
Yeah, that might be it. I don't think I gave the second Spider-Man movie 40 hot dogs, though. So I think it's a you and I curse.
Oh, it's a podcast curse.
It's a podcast curse. Let's stop loving things. We
You
haven't
didn't
gotten
give
an Oppenheimer
Beyond
sequel
the-
yet either.
You didn't give this Beyond the Spider-Verse 40 hot dogs?
I haven't listened to that podcast in a long time. I don't know what I did.
Here's your homework for today.
I'm not doing that. Speaking of the Batman 2 news dump, James Gunn on Matt Reeves' script for the Batman 2. I like it. We're heading in the right direction. There are some things we need to work out, but it's headed in the right direction for sure.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
Want some more of it.
I mean, now
Is
we're
that Billy
just
Ray Cyrus?
I don't think so. I don't know. All I know is he's saying "achy breaky heart."
He did do Achy Breaky Heart.
He's just saying, like, these are just classic talking points about movies now. Like, you're not actually giving us anything. And not that you need to give us anything, but don't give us a slop. Don't give me this fucking...
That's this podcast, to be
don't
honest.
give me
though.
this coach
It's
talk.
It's an
right?
hour of nonsense.
We're heading in the right
and
direction.
Quotes.
Some things to work out, but the right direction for sure. That's nothing. You told us nothing. Of course, if you were to ask me what I thought was going on with the Batman 2 right now, I would guess they're heading in the right direction. So you gave us nothing.
Well, obviously, we're heading in the wrong direction.
That would be information.
Oh, okay. News dip. He did speak about Clayface, James Gunn, that is, saying it is a complete horror film. It's totally different. There's nothing, there's no company style. Not every movie is going to be like Superman. It is rated R, and it hits theaters September 11th, 2026.
This is encouraging that if it really is a horror movie, that's going to be awesome. It'll be
Yeah.
awesome to establish the character for how wicked and shitty the origin is.
Wicked.
I like the idea of this. I don't know if the execution's going to be there, but I like the idea. I like the direction it's going in.
I did hear that it's going to have no characters that we've ever heard of. So it's going to be Joker-ish in that style.
But it'll be set in...
It's set in the universe.
Yeah,
It's just,
so we might get Easter eggs and background
so like
stuff.
Batman's not going to be there.
Yeah.
Robin's not going to
No,
be
I think
there.
it's going to be an origin story. It's probably going to make us root for Clayface in the same
Yeah.
way the animated series did. It makes him
I loved it.
a sympathetic character.
Feet of Clay. Go and check out that episode.
There you go.
News dump. Got
Not
a
to be
poster
confused with Human Clay, the Creed album.
Supergirl. And on the poster, it says on the wall there, look up, and then it's crossed out, and then it says look out, and then you have Supergirl standing next to the poster, drinking a blue slushie or icy, I don't know what she likes, and it looks like her hands are caked in something red.
The more I
Maybe
learn
blood.
about this character and movie and story it's based on, the more I am intrigued by it. Because I think it would be really interesting to have almost a buddy cop duo of super characters like Superman and Supergirl. We haven't had that. We get it a little bit. We get it a lot with Batman and Robin, right? Superman having his Robin-esque sidekick would be pretty interesting. And a sidekick that's just as powerful as him.
I don't think she'd ever really be a Robin-esque character. I think she's just off on her own. But I also like how they have similar powers, but completely different personalities.
Different personalities, different motivations, different wants, different desires. And she's going to be operating presumably off Earth, so it'll be an extraterrestrial story.
That movie is coming out, set to be released on 6/26/26. Sixes are wild! It's the number of the beast, too. 666.
Sure is.
News up. You dickheads in or out? Mortal Kombat 2, we got our first trailer. Cabin is there. And this looks incredibly fun.
The first movie was such a pleasant surprise. I didn't love it,
Yes.
but I thought it was going to be the worst movie of all time and it ended up being rather enjoyable. It looks like they took the proper notes, what people loved about the first movie, and they kicked it up a notch in this. 2 Mortal 2 Kombat is going to be fucking awesome.
As soon as I saw our hook guy there, I'm like, fucking say the line. And when he said, get over here.
Get over here.
Love it. Love it so much. News dip. Speaking of Caliban, we got some news on the new Judge Dredd movie. It is in the works. I don't believe Caliban has anything to do with it, but Taika Waititi is set to direct. Drew Pearce is writing the script, and it is currently being shopped around to studios. This is via THR. Where do you stand on Taika Waititi as we speak?
Still love Taika. And once again, Love and Thunder is still a great movie. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I still really enjoyed that movie.
Okay.
Even the movie that I was looking forward to that wasn't as good as it
Next
probably
Goal
should have
Wins?
been. Yep, still enjoyed that movie.
That felt like someone plugged into AI write a Taika Waititi soccer movie.
Taika Waititi is, I guess he gets me, he gets my style, he gets my comedy. I just enjoy what he does and what he shoots for and what he strives for. And I think I always will. And so even if they're not smashing successes in some respects, I'm always going to be excited for a Taika Waititi release.
I was like, he made 2 of my favorite movies. So, I mean, I'm like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
News up. Invincible has been renewed for season 5. Voice recording is already complete. We might get those 8 seasons that Kirkman was talking about.
I'll tell you, this most recent season, I think it was 3. I want to say it was season 3.
4.
Was
3?
it 4?
I don't know what it was. Go ahead.
I think 4 is on its way.
The most recent season, fill in the blank.
The most recent season, fill that in, was great. It was way better than the season before that.
Are you saying that I should start watching it again?
Yeah, I would get back in. I think I would. And I was pretty far out on it, to be honest with you. And then I finally gave it a go months after it released, and it was truly great.
Because my 9-year-old nephew, who loved Jurassic World Rebirth, has been telling me nonstop to watch Invincible again, and I'm like, I don't know, bud. So,
outside of his dinosaur love, he gets it.
All right, I'll get back into it. News up. Ryan Gosling and Will Ferrell they are set to star in a new comedy called Tough Guys. The story follows 2 henchmen who break free from the criminal underworld.
Now, speaking as a couple Goss guys and a couple Ferrell fellas, we should be excited for this movie. I don't know if I am. When's the last Will Ferrell movie? And I am
maybe
like
it's his comeback.
I'm like
this
the
might be his
biggest
comeback.
Will Ferrell guy on the planet. The last movie I was like genuinely excited for, maybe Tropic Thunder, and then not Tropic.
He
Thunder.
wasn't in Tropic. He was not Tropic Thunder.
No,
Semi-Pro.
Semi-Pro, where they're the Florida Tropics.
But I'll say this though: the first 5 minutes of Semi-Pro are hilarious. That
was the last movie I was super excited for, and that movie wasn't great. And since
I was excited for Get Hard. I didn't love it, but I was excited for when they were making it.
You know who's really attractive in that? Alison Brie. Quite attractive in that movie. I mean, cautiously optimistic, right? Two guys I love. Maybe it'll be good. Good chance it'll be just okay.
News dip. And then finally, Mac has an update for our 2025 auction movie draft.
The biggest news of Goose Week here is this update. We'll start at the bottom of the board. First of all, I'd like to shout out Sinners. Sinners is our first 120-point scorer. It can gain 10 extra points. For the first time in like 4 years. Maybe we haven't had a full 120 in a really long time. So shout out Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, Sinners. Coming in rear of the pack, the caboose at 290 points, Ryan Davey. He has 8 movies currently out, which he spent 56 dogs on. 9 movies left, plus 1 TBA. 290 points is not great for half your movies. The notable things he's got left is Wicked, which is probably going to get a lot. He's got the SpongeBob movie in December, and he also has that bullshit documentary he drafted. So who knows? It's not looking great for Ryan Davey, though. In third place, myself, Jeffrey Michael McNamara. I have 9 movies out, but with the caveat, it's only 37 dogs worth of movies. So my big hitters are coming, my heavy hitters are coming. I got 9 movies left. I do still have 2 TBAs, so that's a little worrisome. But of the movies I have left, Fantastic Four, Avatar, and Zootopia 2. So I'm still in the running with this. At 410 points in second place is Richard Keefe. He has 8 movies out, worth 63 dogs, so a good chunk. Does have 11 movies left, including Running Man and Nobody 2, so Keefe's firmly in the mix. And then leading the pack, leader in the clubhouse halfway through the year, with the most movies out, 10 movies out at 67 dogs. You have 9 movies left. Goo, you have 470 points. So
hell yeah.
You're leading by 60 over
Top
Keefe.
dog.
Your main issue is the most expensive movie you have left is $5. You have The Bad Guys 2, Naked Gun, which is looking decent, actually. And then you have a bunch of like $2 and $3 movies. So what might rear its head is what you were worried about in the spring, not spending that extra like 10 dogs or whatever on something. So we'll see. You're off to a good start. You may still win this thing, and it would be your first, but you might get caught by Kiefer I.
Let me ask you a question. How many points did Ballerina get?
I'll tell you in a second. To keep talking.
Because that was a movie I spent on Ballerina and then also on Naked Gun. And with that money, I could have gotten Lilo and Stitch.
So Ballerina got you 40 points.
That's not bad. What has Lilo and Stitch gotten so far?
Lilo and Stitch got me 80 points.
Okay, so we need Naked Gun to get 40 points.
It could. And then it would be all right. And so you ended up spending
93 hot dogs. I wasted 7 too.
Yeah, you had 7 left over.
That's poor management.
I had 5 left over, so I didn't manage it greatly either. So I don't know. It seems like it's gonna be the most competitive draft we've had yet. And just as a reminder, Goo with a fat 0, the only one that has not won a title. However, Davies is a little asterisk. He won it with Dork as a tandem. However, that one they won was because of Spider-Verse, which Davey was the one on. Foxy has a championship. The Boxers have a championship. Keith has 3. I have 3. So this is really gonna either Keith or I are gonna become the all-time great, or Goo's gonna finally get on the board.
Let's all vote for Goo. Let's all root for Goo.
That's how it works. Yeah, we vote.
Yeah. These dip. Check us out at the end of the week. We will have Fantastic Four. Have that out for you by the end of the week. The exact time, I don't know, when it shows up in your feed.
Same Goo place, same Goo channel. Goo,
yes.
Give me your glass half full, your optimistic expectation for Fan Four Stick.
I'm kind of low on my expectations.
I'm not asking for the low end. I'm asking for best case scenario for this movie.
Best case scenario is they follow what has been going on with comic book movies recently, and they're not as cookie cutter as they've been the last 3 or 4 years. So we get something different, something that looks a little bit different, like Thunderbolts, like Superman. That's my best case scenario.
I have a best case a little higher than that. I feel like this has a chance to establish our sort of anchor beings, for lack of a better term, or our anchors for the MCU going forward, the people that our stories will be centered around going forward, leading into that next Avengers movie and afterwards. And also it's going to introduce the Richards baby, Franklin Richards, who
best
is
case scenario
super powerful.
Is that we now get into a look who's talking scenario, and we have a talking baby, which then turns into Baby Genius 2. Not even
Also,
the first one.
I'm
just
pretty
the
sure they
second
announced
one.
the runtime's like an hour 57. It's going to be one of the shortest MCU movies ever.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. I don't know
if that's good or bad.
I don't know. We'll find out.
If it ends up being a good movie, then it's good. If there's parts that feel like we're missing story, it's bad.
I think I also read there will be 2 post credits, or a mid and a post, something to that effect.
You know what they should start doing? Pre-credits.
Like pre-cum.
Oh, come on, man. Don't work so blue.
It'll get
but
you
you
in
know what they
trouble.
should do? So, you know how people try to get to the theater late so that they could skip the trailers?
Mm-hmm.
Put a little scene after the 3rd trailer and before 3 more trailers so people have to start showing up early again.
Give us a 20-second scene of the last 2 minutes of the movie. And continue with the trailers. Pre-cum.
And then, like, maybe during the movie, you stop the movie like 5 or 6 times and just put commercials during the movie. You call those mid-rolls.
I really thought pre-cum was going to be a bigger issue than it is in my adult life.
Yeah, we were always warned about that.
We're warned about pre-cum left and right, 8th grade and high school.
You know what, though? When I ask the doctor about my tea, we'll see what he says.
Bring up the pre-cum.
Yeah.
Doc, I haven't been pre-cum.
All right, that's the end of this.
What
News
insurance
dump.
do you have?